My beloved child, don't skip this part. Something huge is about to unfold right before your eyes, and every second from now carries the power to change your entire story. The sound you'll hear next, the one echoing faintly outside your home, is not random. A quiet vibration moves through the ground as the siren fades closer, not loud, just enough to make your heartbeat sync with it. You sense movement near your gate, footsteps measured, steady, familiar yet strange. The air feels charged, like something heavenly and human are meeting halfway tonight. Stay till the end, because what's coming is not what it looks like. A police car stops, slow and deliberate, and a woman steps out, not in uniform, but with calm authority. She carries a file clutched to her chest, and when the porch light touches it, your photograph gleams through the paper as if alive. She looks up at your house as if she's been here before. Her eyes soften when she whispers your name to the officer beside her, almost like a prayer. The officer nods, signaling something sacred, not criminal, as though this visit is less about accusation and more about revelation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The knock comes, 3 slow taps, each one echoing longer than the last. The sound makes your entire body pause, like time is holding its breath. You walk closer, and the closer you get, the stronger the pull feels, as if the universe is urging you to open. When you open the door, the officer looks at you but doesn't speak first. It's the woman who steps forward. Her presence feels both warm and unsettling, her gaze deep enough to read your soul. She slowly reveals the photo from the file, your face, but not from now. It's from years ago, taken when you were unaware anyone was watching. Behind it, a faint symbol glows, a mark only Archangel Michael's followers would recognize. Archangel Michael says, "My child, when truth arrives, it doesn't knock with fear. It knocks with purpose." The woman's voice trembles slightly as she says, "You have something they've been looking for, something you were never supposed to hide. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." The officer hands you an envelope sealed in gold wax. It feels heavier than paper, as though it carries both evidence and destiny. The seal bears a winged emblem, shimmering under the porch light, one you've seen only in dreams. You hesitate before breaking it open. The moment the seal cracks, a warm light pulses through your fingers, and the officer quietly steps back. Inside, there's not a warrant, not a notice, but a letter written in someone's handwriting that feels heartbreakingly familiar. The letter begins with your name, followed by a sentence that shakes the ground beneath you. If you are reading this, the promise has been fulfilled. The woman beside the officer takes a deep breath, as though she's waited years to see this moment happen. She tells you she was sent, not by the court, not by the city, but by a divine order that watched over you since birth. Her mission wasn't to accuse but to deliver what heaven couldn't risk sending through ordinary hands. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your name echoes faintly through the night, carried by the wind like a secret only heaven and earth understand. The officer steps aside, letting the woman lead. She asks to enter, and you nod without knowing why. Something in your spirit already recognizes her. Inside, she places the letter on your table, beside a candle that wasn't lit until now. Flames rise without a match. The golden light reflects off her eyes, and you finally notice the ring she's wearing, engraved with your initials. Archangel Michael says, every encounter marked by light carries unfinished business of the soul. The woman reveals that she was once connected to someone from your bloodline. Someone who vowed to protect a secret that is now ready to surface. Before she speaks further, she looks at you and says softly, "You might want to sit down." The room grows silent as if the walls themselves are listening. The truth about your photograph, and who took it, is about to come alive. She turns the photo over. Behind it is a coded signature, one that belongs to someone you thought was gone forever. A cold realization rushes through you, this isn't just any picture. It was taken on the day everything in your life changed. The officer lowers his gaze, as though he's not supposed to witness what's next. The woman continues, her tone half whisper, half prayer, "You were marked for protection, not punishment." This visit is the confirmation. In that moment, you realize this isn't an investigation, it's an awakening. The authorities were summoned not by crime but by prophecy. The photograph wasn't evidence, it was proof of destiny catching up with its time. Your hands tremble as you read the rest of the letter. It speaks of a hidden account, of a property in your name, of someone who ensured your life would never fall into the wrong hands again. The woman looks up, tears glimmering but steady. She says, "I knew this day would come. I was told you'd hesitate, but once you hear the full story, you'll understand everything." Her voice carries something ancient, as though she's been chosen to speak for another realm. She takes a deep breath and reveals her identity, the daughter of the person who once saved your family from a silent tragedy. Her mother was the one who took that photo years ago, just before she disappeared, leaving only that image behind. The officer nods again, this time in reverence. "We were instructed to deliver this only when the time was right," he murmurs. "That time is now." Your knees grow weak as you realize every strange event of the past week, the repeated numbers, the sudden calm, the recurring dreams, was building toward this exact moment. Heaven's script had already been written, and you were always its main character. The woman opens another envelope from her bag, this one smaller, sealed in silver. "This," she says, "belongs to you." Inside is a key, old and engraved with coordinates. The metal feels warm in your palm, pulsing like a heartbeat. Archangel Michael says, when destiny calls, even doors that were nailed shut open by themselves. The key vibrates faintly as if recognizing your touch. The officer smiles faintly and says, "It leads to a place that holds the rest of your truth." A sudden memory returns, a childhood home you only saw once, surrounded by tall trees and a single glowing lantern by the porch. The key matches that lantern's pattern exactly. The connection hits you so hard that you lose your breath. The woman whispers, "Go there tomorrow before dusk. Everything will reveal itself." Her voice quivers not from fear but from awe. She knows this story doesn't end here, it only begins. The officer steps forward one last time and gently says, "You were never under watch, you were under protection." His words linger in the air like a promise. The woman nods, placing her hand over your heart for a brief second before stepping back. Outside, the street is quiet again. No sirens, no tension, just stillness that feels holy. The car's headlights fade into the mist as they drive away, leaving behind an energy that hums softly through the walls of your house. You sit with the letter and the key, staring at your reflection in the window. The night doesn't feel heavy anymore, it feels like the prelude to dawn. You finally understand, every delay, every silence, every strange encounter was heaven preparing you for this visitation. Somewhere deep inside, a voice, calm, powerful, divine, whispers, "You are ready." And as you breathe that in, you know your life will never be the same again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, don't move away from this moment. The story isn't done yet. What's about to unfold next will make your heart race in disbelief. That letter and key you're holding are not random, they are coordinates to the final truth. As the dawn begins to break, you notice something unusual. The golden seal from the envelope starts to shimmer again, forming new letters in the air, like invisible ink finally revealed by light. The words read, "Follow the sound of your name." A faint hum begins outside, the same vibration you heard before the police arrived. You step out slowly, barefoot on the cold floor, holding the key tightly. The moment you cross the threshold, a soft gust of wind surrounds you, warm, deliberate, guiding. You walk toward the end of your street, where a single black car is parked again. Inside, there's no one this time, only a note taped to the steering wheel, "Drive where your heart remembers." It's written in the same handwriting as the letter. The engine starts by itself. No keys, no ignition, it just knows. The GPS screen lights up, showing a single destination marked with your initials. You follow it, the road empty yet strangely alive with signs you recognize, the number 7 repeating, a bird flying beside your window, a beam of morning light tracing your path. Archangel Michael says, "Every divine revelation carries its own road, and the chosen never drive alone." You feel the presence beside you, calm, unseen, reassuring. It's as if someone invisible is watching over your journey, whispering directions through the hum of the tires. The route takes you through a part of town you've never explored. And yet, it feels like déjà vu. The further you go, the more you realize, you've seen this place in your dreams. You finally stop before an old gate covered in ivy. The coordinates match. You step out, the key glowing faintly in your hand as if reacting to the air. The gate creaks open on its own. Inside the compound, everything feels frozen in time. The air smells faintly of rain, even though the sky is clear. A White House stands at the center, its windows open, its curtains moving softly as though expecting you. You walk up the stairs and pause before the door. On it, carved faintly, is your family name, but beneath it, another line appears, "Heaven's Witness." A chill runs through your body as the key begins to warm in your palm. You insert it into the lock. The moment it turns, the door doesn't just open, it breathes. A wave of warmth, like sunlight wrapped in memory, washes over you. You step inside and see portraits on the wall, all generations of your family, and there, in the center, a blank frame glowing faintly. You walk closer, and slowly, your picture appears in that frame, the same one the woman had carried. But now it looks alive, smiling, peaceful, surrounded by light. The realization hits you, this was the real reason for their visit, to return your destiny back to its rightful place. You move deeper into the house. On the old wooden table lies another envelope, labeled simply, "For your hands only." You open it carefully, and inside is a folded document stamped with both a government insignia and a heavenly sigil drawn in golden ink. The first line reads, "This property, its assets, and all contained within are now released to the original heir, you." Tears blur your vision as you realize everything that was once hidden is now returning in divine timing. Archangel Michael says, when heaven restores, it does not ask permission, it simply fulfills. The weight that once lived on your shoulders begins to lift. You remember every closed door, every betrayal, every unexplained delay, all leading to this sacred reclamation. You fall to your knees, not in disbelief, but in gratitude. The air around you vibrates like silent applause from angels who were waiting for this exact moment of awakening. Hours pass, but time doesn't feel real anymore. The house glows softly even as night approaches again. You explore further and find a chest under the staircase, locked but pulsing with the same energy as the key. When you open it, inside are artifacts, letters, and documents that connect generations, proof of protection, guidance, and divine alignment. There's also a silver locket with a picture of the woman who came with the police. She's much younger here, standing beside someone who looks exactly like you, only older. A note falls from the locket: when the appointed one awakens, the guardian will be revealed. You finally understand, the woman wasn't just sent, she was your spiritual guardian, fulfilling a promise made long before your birth. Her visit wasn't the end of the story. It was the activation of your calling. Heaven had just turned the page. Suddenly, you hear a gentle knock again, just like before. Only this time, it's softer, filled with peace instead of mystery. When you open the door, the same woman stands there, smiling through tears. She says, "It's done. You have accepted what was yours all along." You can't speak, the air feels sacred. She steps closer, placing her hand on your shoulder. From today, you are under divine protection. The cycle has completed. A faint light forms around her, wings made of pure energy. The officer from before is nowhere to be seen. The woman's eyes shimmer as she fades slowly into light, whispering one final sentence: "Tell them heaven always keeps its promises." The air softens. Silence turns into calm. You feel peace settle deep within your chest, as though your soul finally came home. You look at the photo one last time. The smile on your face and it feels different now, free, unburdened, knowing. The candle that lit itself earlier flickers one final time before settling into a steady glow, symbolizing that the mystery is complete. You walk outside as dawn begins again, and the same black car passes by once more, empty, but this time carrying a golden feather on the dashboard. You pick it up, knowing exactly what it means. Heaven's sign. Mission fulfilled. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, you were never lost, you were being led." The key, the photo, the letter, the visit, all of it was a divine orchestration written long before you ever wondered why life delayed your blessings. As the wind carries your name softly through the light of morning, you realize, the police didn't come to take something away. They came to deliver your destiny. And from this moment forward, nothing will ever be the same again. My beloved child, breathe slowly. The energy around you is shifting again, like the heavens rearranging themselves to witness what happens next. You may think it's over, but the true revelation is still unfolding. As you hold that golden feather, it begins to emit a faint hum, not a sound of this world, but a vibration that speaks directly to your spirit. The feather floats for a moment and points toward the direction of the rising sun, glowing brighter each second. You understand instantly, it's guiding you to your next step. You follow its direction, barefoot on the quiet road, the wind cool but gentle. The world around you feels different, more alive, as if everything recognizes you now, the chosen one finally awakened. Every passing light flickers once in respect before fading, letting your presence lead. You walk for what feels like hours, but time stands still. The air thickens, charged with divine electricity. Suddenly, the path divides into two, one shadowed, one radiant. The feather spins, hesitates, then drops on the radiant side. You step forward without fear. Archangel Michael says, every divine journey demands one final act of courage, to walk where others stopped. As you move ahead, you hear faint whispers, not haunting, but harmonic, thousands of voices chanting your name softly like a blessing. Ahead, there's a silver arch glowing in midair. Beyond it lies a vast garden that seems untouched by time. You step through, and your body feels lighter, your thoughts clearer, your spirit expanded. You are crossing from confusion into divine remembrance. Every flower that blooms there carries light instead of scent. Every sound feels like truth breaking free. You have entered the realm of answered prayers. At the garden's center stands a marble fountain, its water golden and still. On its edge rests another envelope sealed with a platinum wing. When you open it, a folded parchment glows from within. The handwriting is not ordinary, it's your own, yet written long before you were born. It reads, "This is not your ending, it's your assignment." Every visitation, every silence, every mystery was a setup for your awakening. You were sent here to restore balance. Not only for yourself, but for those who will hear your story. You freeze, realizing this isn't about your house or your picture anymore. It's about purpose. The woman, the police, the letters, they were carriers of divine orchestration, not investigators. The universe used them to bring you face to face with your destiny. Archangel Michael's voice rises again within you, you are the keeper of restoration. Do not fear what comes next, for now you hold the key to light. Suddenly, you sense movement behind you. The woman reappears, not in her human form, but in radiant armor, her wings wide, eyes filled with calm authority. She bows slightly, saying, "You passed the final test. Now your mission begins." Her voice no longer trembles. It commands the air itself. Around her, beams of golden light spiral upward, revealing other celestial forms, silent guardians who were with you all along. The police officer was among them, a disguised protector from the archangelic ranks. Your heart races, but this time not with fear, with recognition. You were never being observed from outside, heaven was watching from within you. The walls between realms dissolve, and everything feels unified, holy, complete. The angel extends her hand toward you. "Come," she says. "Let me show you what you were always meant to see." You touch her hand, and instantly the garden transforms into a vision of your own timeline, every moment, every pain, every miracle hovering around you like floating glass. You see how heaven rearranged events when you thought life was falling apart. Every delay was divine design. The angel says, each heartbreak that made you kneel became a gate for light to enter. Each loss you mourned became an opening for protection to arrive. You stand in awe, watching scenes of your life replay, your struggles now glowing as sacred stepping stones. Then one vision stands out. The woman placing your photograph inside that file years ago, whispering, "One day, he'll understand." She wasn't an intruder, she was a prophet disguised as human. Her purpose was to return your soul to alignment. You weep, not from sadness but from recognition. Everything that once confused you now connects like threads forming divine fabric. The angel turns to you, her expression soft. You have one final step left, the oath of remembrance. She lifts her sword, made of light and silence, and draws a glowing circle around you. The wind stills completely. She speaks, "Repeat after me." Her voice echoes across unseen skies. I remember who I am. I remember why I came. I will not fear my purpose. As you repeat, your surroundings brighten beyond measure, and the symbol from your photo appears again, glowing on your chest. Archangel Michael says, "This mark will never fade. It will remind heaven that you have accepted your calling." The angel smiles, steps back, and bows deeply. Your earthly chapter continues, but now with power, not confusion. You open your eyes, and you're back at your home's doorstep. The dawn has just begun again, but you're not the same person anymore. You are the light bearer of your own destiny. The photo, once ordinary, now shimmers with sacred energy. You place it on your wall, not as evidence, but as a reminder of heaven's promise. The feather rests beside it, glowing softly like a constant guardian. A gentle breeze moves through your home though all the windows are closed. You hear faint laughter, the kind that sounds like angels rejoicing. Peace wraps around you like a second skin. You know everything is aligned, timed, sealed, and delivered. Archangel Michael whispers one last time, "My beloved child, this was not a warning, it was a preparation. You are seen, chosen, and protected beyond what your eyes can understand." The sound fades, but the feeling stays, infinite and golden. You close your eyes and whisper back, "I'm ready." The air hums softly in agreement, and as you breathe, the world outside feels brighter, as if heaven itself is smiling through the sunrise. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you.